Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the fourth season of Paranormal Question a Day. We'll be right back right after a short intro. Hey everybody, this is Darren Buss for Paranormal Question a Day. Coming up this Monday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, we are having guest Travis Wisotzkey on with us. He is a paranormal investigator, a paranormal gear maker, also founder of Wisotzkey Paranormal. So join us as we welcome him to tonight's program. See you right after this. And we are back. Comments up and going. Oh, we got people in already. Holy man. I wasn't quite ready for that to start out.
Oh, Denise, my beautiful wife. Hello.
There you go. All right. Hey, Mahmoud, welcome to the show. You got Denise. How you doing? There's Mahmoud saying hi to Denise. Love that picture. You know what? I thought that was a cool picture. That's why I wanted to post it.
It's the first time I went to a barber. He did a good job.
Hey, Nico. All right. We got people piling in. Awesome deal. There's Azjing. How you doing? She's from Indonesia.
Oh, cool. Hello. Oh,
Hey, Raindrop. Welcome to the show. Wow, we're getting everybody in here. Very cool. Good start.
Yeah.
All right. So, how you been doing today? It's been a Monday. It's certainly hasn't stopped yet.
It's been good other than being stupid hot, but yeah.
Well, I'd rather have it be stupid hot than freaking cold.
Oh no, I thrive on the cold, but yeah. The problem is right now my hearse doesn't have any air conditioning, so yeah, when it's 95, I'm just like
Oh, I hear you there. Thanks, Denise, for sharing. Greatly appreciate it. And also today, I did promote the show on Get Haunted, their network page. So if some people are coming in that are new, that is the reason. So trying to expand the network a little bit, expand the show, and get some more people and eyes on it. So thank you very much.
the snow is coming.
No, no snow, no snow. I will hide in Florida. No, I wish I could. I would take the Florida heat. I would take the tornadoes and hurricanes and deal with snow.
Yeah. One good thing about Florida is it rains every day, so it kind of cools it off a little bit.
Yes,
Yeah.
it does. Yes, it does. So let's break into our first question here. So tell the nice, kind folks in the chat here and whoever's listening, in the background. So who is Travis?
Who am I? I'm just a crazy guy that likes to build stuff. I like to explore, so that's what brought me into all of this fun stuff, paranormal, anything like that. I love history, stuff like that. So I don't know. I just like, I want to be Indiana Jones, I guess, in a sense. So yeah, I just
Oh,
like
that's a good feeling
adventure.
to have.
Yeah. And then, yeah, I like building gadgets and weird stuff. So that just fit perfect to build paranormal equipment and yeah, go hunt ghosts.
Absolutely. Hey, Melissa, welcome to the program. She'll be on next week.
Oh,
So, um, so break into my next question here. Actually, what was? Did you have like a paranormal experience, or just wanted to get into the paranormal? Can
well,
you tell us a little bit about that?
I have a long history with it. Like I'm new to the scene kind of with the streaming and being public about it, but I've been urban exploring since the 90s pretty much. And most of it was in Colorado. I just have a lot of experiences from there. I think one of my first experiences was at a place called the Sugar Mill in Colorado, in Longmont, Colorado. and we used to explore that a lot. It was just a big sugar beet factory that got shut down, I think, in the '60s or so. But one night we were there and we saw a girl run in barefoot, and she seemed to like go through the chain link fence, and she went into the building, no flashlight, no nothing. And we went in after her, couldn't find her, couldn't find anything. And ever since then, I've just been kind of interested in the paranormal and figuring out what was going on or what was happening. And like I said earlier, the adventure seeking, interested in everything from Bigfoot, UFOs, and all that. So it's just been something I've always kind of loved to do. And then in the last couple years, I just dove headfirst in basically, and yeah.
Wow. And I can understand that. I mean, a lot of us, I think, tend to do that. What's your step? Okay. So she was saying that maybe Richard Estep is out there in Colorado.
Oh yeah, he might have been. Yeah, I don't know if the sugar mill is still there, but yeah, it was a pretty big place in Longmont. Like, yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff that's gone on there. And
Did you ever go to the Outlook Hotel at all?
oh, yep, I've been there many times. Actually, one funny story there. Was eating lunch there one day, and back then I used to draw in a little book all the time. Like I'm an artist, and I draw in that. And I set it on the table, ate my lunch. Well, we got up to leave, and I left because I didn't see it on the table. Well, I went back to find it. It was underneath the chair. Like somehow it moved from the table underneath the chair, and I have no idea how. But yeah,
Wow. That is kind of interesting. I did recently hear that now that the Overlook Hotel is not allowing any paranormal investigations anymore.
yeah. I think some people have messed that up. Just the yeah,
Yeah, something with the police got involved and two teams that were there were fighting with each other or something like that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's not
So
good. Yeah,
leave it at that to ruin it for the rest of us.
yeah, yeah.
So what are the paranormal experiences that have occurred for you? I mean, like shadow figures, objects moving, like you said at the Overlook Hotel. I mean, it's just vary in different locations and or so to speak.
I think it does. Yeah. The more that I've been doing it, like lately, since I've just kind of gone full in, I've it's come to seem like I'm a magnet for paranormal weird stuff, and it's just picked up more and more.
Hmm.
But I've noticed like different locations, different things will happen. Like at Malvern, I've seen a shadow figure walk across a doorway, and I'll get like voices and knocks and mostly stuff like that. But yeah, I won't get like objects moving or things like that. It's weird.
Wow. Hey, Amy, welcome to the show. And we got Deadlock. Hey, how you doing there? Or no,
Hello.
Dead Coco. I'm sorry, Dead Coco 13. Sorry about that. My phone wants to be a dip on me for some reason.
Oh, jeez.
Um, let's see here. I got a bunch of questions to get out there, and I just want to make sure I get it all right here for you. So, anyways, what is that? What really draw you to the paranormal? Is all that stuff that happened, or is it just more like you took a break and then something else prompt you to really get into it hardcore?
Well, I've been a practicing occultist, I guess you could say. I was Wiccan from the early '90s until about 10 years ago, where I kind of fell out from it. So I've always had kind of a, a paranormal spiritual side in that sense. But like 2 years ago, I guess it would have been about 3 years ago, my wife and I went to the Glore Psychiatric Museum just because I love the history. I love that place to just explore. And I saw a poster. I think it was either Apex Paranormal or one of the teams had like an event going on. And at the time, I was doing the live streams with video games and all that. And I thought, hey, that might be kind of fun to do a paranormal like live stream. And I think we went to the Squirrel Cage Jail with American Hauntings, and then I signed up to do Malvern Manor by myself like 2 years ago, and yeah, so it was basically doing the live streams kind of brought me back into it because I was like, well, that is fun and it would be interesting, and yeah.
I understand that. So Nico's got a question. What do you hope to build equipment wise for the paranormal field?
Ooh, I have lots of ideas. One thing I'm hoping to work on soon is kind of like a Gansfeld method, but like video goggles, and they'll be able to do like Gansfeld or Estes, but also have different lenses and play with light in certain ways to see if I can see things through the video goggles, and then I can do also fun things like have redneck night vision, what I would call it. Yeah, but yeah, so different
No,
things like that. Yeah,
that's interesting though because it's. I mean, there's a Delco experience that's out there.
yeah, yeah,
Um, and see that one. I don't know if I don't know if I'm a little on the fence of the Delco experience, but it seems to transpire through pretty good through everybody.
yeah.
So sent to the museum. The shadows are okay. Really crazy.
Oh yeah, we went to the Museum of Shadows. Yeah, yeah. I went through there with a recorder and just was recording EVPs, and they had the cannibal pot that the cannibals used to cook somebody up with, and we were getting really weird things over the recorder with that.
I see.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've done Malvern by myself and Squirrel Cage. I've go a lot of places by myself. Yeah, I may be a little crazy, but
Oh no, not really, because I think sometimes you get the best, most experience outcome of it being alone.
yeah,
Sometimes I think too much of the energy in one area can stop it and prevent it from happening, or
yeah,
it could be nonstop. I mean, it all depends on the mood and the spirit, you
yeah.
know.
Oh yeah.
Let's see here. Go back to my questions. So we know that you like to go to Melbourne a lot,
Oh yeah. It's my
and
main
would you?
testing.
And I figured that that would be your favorite location to investigate. But what would be your other favorite? You would say besides Melbourne Manor?
Ooh. Well, like I said before, one of my favorite locations is the Glore Psychiatric Museum. I've done daytime stuff there, but I haven't actually done a nighttime investigation there. But I'd say that, or I mean, I have a Velisca, but yeah, I mean anything close. But yeah, but I mean, I like just investigating places that aren't big. So I'm a fan of history, so I like to go to different places in Omaha that like they have Al Capone's old brothel and different places like that that people don't think to go explore, but I mean, the way I look at it, there's spirits everywhere. I mean, yeah, so yeah, there's history everywhere, and it's all yeah.
I get that. So Nico's got another question here. He's got, what is your most memorable paranormal experience?
That one I it would be the sugar mill that I explained earlier. That girl going in through the fence. And then my other, or it'd be a tie. What was it? About a month ago, I was at Malvern, and I think we were with Carrie's team, the Iowa Paranormal Society or Research Society, and I was in the bloody hallway, and it was a full moon that night, and the moon was reflecting through the doorway into the hallway, and I saw a clear as day head, like shadow on the wall of somebody walking across the doorway. And I mean, I don't get spooked easily, but it spooked the hell out of me. So yeah,
Yeah, I mean that would grab me a little bit.
yeah,
I mean shadow figures for me in general are hard to pick up. Most of the people on here know about my visual disabilities and stuff like that, but uh, in general, I mean I have caught a few here and there,
yeah,
but I mean there's things they move so fast. It's like, how can you catch them when they move so fast?
Yeah. Well, and that's what freaked me out is this one. It actually looked like somebody just slowly walking across the doorway, and it was just like it was, yeah, uncanny. I was like, yeah.
So have you experienced the shadow? Speaking of shadow people, but have you experienced the shadow man hallway? Has he run out at you at any time soon?
Not yet. I haven't seen him. I've had there was one stream in particular that I had weird shadows happening behind me, but I didn't notice them in the time. I haven't had him run at me yet or anything like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, hey, Rob.
Hey, Rob, welcome. Let's see here. Like I said, I gotta get back to my questions. I got loads of questions here, so
Oh, no
and
worries.
then for those of you in chat, if you want to keep asking questions, that is a great help as well. Um, so what would you say would be your least favorite locate or least favorite location to go to, or not ever want to go back to?
Hmm. I don't know if I have one. um. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't think I have one. I just like pretty much everywhere. And like I said, it takes a bit to spook me. Like I don't, but yeah, I don't know. I don't think I've been
So
to one.
Nico's being mean tonight, like I am in their podcast. I like this. So what do you think happens when we die? Do you have like a clear vision of what happens, or do you think it ends right there? Or obviously we study ghosts and spirits, so I would say you would know.
But see,
Uh,
that's yeah. Like I said, I've been an occultist, Wicca, all that stuff. But I've also been a scientist pretty much my whole life. I mean, that's part of building stuff. Um, so my biggest theory is energy. Basically, I believe in energy. Like Einstein, energy can't be destroyed; it just goes somewhere else. So my theory with like all of that, like religions and everything else. Have you ever heard or read the book American Gods by Neil Gaiman?
nope, can't say
Ba-
yeah.
Basically, in that, like the gods have to have people that believe in them, otherwise they don't exist. So I kind of think it's kind of like that, where if enough people believe in something, the energy created by that creates that thing. So like there's a heaven, there's a hell, there's everything like that. And so I mean it's kind of up to you in a sense, like where your energy goes or how you want it to go. And so that's why, yeah, I believe in spirits or anything of that nature. Like paranormal things can happen or exist because they're just energy and yeah.
No, I totally get that. I mean, I talk about portals a lot, and I'm on the fence about portals. So if like, okay, if I don't see the portal, I don't know if I can defend it. But then again, I'm one that want to step into it. I want to see what's on the other side.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
type of deal.
Oh yeah, I'm the same way. Yeah. I just want I mean it's just a looking for knowledge. I just want to know what, yeah, why something happens or how something yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So Denise has got a question, and yes, would you like to talk about your newest acquisition here, your hearse?
Oh yeah. Basically I spent way too much money trying to fix my last car, a Subaru with the transmission and everything. Lost $1,000 on that, but I took the money and bought a hearse because I was like, what's better than a hearse for me?
Oh, that
um,
goes along with the character though too.
oh yeah. I mean, I've been talking for years about wanting to buy an ambulance or a bus to basically turn into a mobile workstation slash, yeah, adventure mobile or whatever. And a hearse fell in my lap, and it was a really good price, and it's a really nice hearse. It's a 95. It's got like 40,000 miles on it. It's pretty much brand new, and I couldn't say no for the price. And yeah, plans I have for it, it's yeah, I want to keep it mostly stock, but add little flares like the Ecto One or whatever else. I've already got a battery in it, like a to light up lights and run coffee machine, whatever else. But yeah,
Coffee machine.
yeah, It's gonna get
That's
cold. I
funny.
need my coffee.
True, true. And the heat in case the heat goes out. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Hey, Kat, welcome to the show. Oh, so what piece of equipment do you get the best communication from at Melbourne?
Right now, my ghost box, the radios, so just the scanning radios. I also have a lot of good luck with just like cat balls and REM pods. Lately the REM pods haven't been hitting as often, which is a little weird. It comes, I don't know, it comes in waves. Like sometimes we'll get really good hits on REM pods and cat balls, and then it'll stop. But my radios lately, they've been like super talkative. They keep telling me to go up for some reason. We can't figure out why, and we go to the attic and nothing happens. So I don't know. Yeah, but they're really
Yeah,
talkative over the radios.
that's been going on for like the last couple weeks now, hasn't it? Since you ever since you
Y-
got the hearse over there the first time, I think.
Yeah, yeah. Well, because it started when Austin was there, Austin and KD. Like they
Okay.
started telling us to go up, and then it's just become more and more like I was there Saturday. I didn't stream or anything, but they were even telling me to go up then, and I was like, "Well, I'm running tours. I can't go anywhere." But yeah, I don't know why or who's telling me to go up, but yeah,
And
it's
and I know you get a lot of interaction from number one, and we all know
yep.
who number one is, but
Oh yeah,
uh it's just a matter of what does he make up of? Is he two different people, three different personalities? I mean, that's the thing. We don't know about where that is with number one.
yeah. We have a couple theories right now. I talked to Rob B3, and one theory that I kind of agree with too is he might be Dave, one of the old caretaker or owners. That yeah, kind of fits one, or it might be an entity that isn't human, basically, because Austin Maynard has a person that calls himself one at the funeral home in Ohio that he takes care of. And when he was here, he asked one if he was the same person, and he said yes. But I mean, who knows if he's just bullshitting us or yeah. But yeah,
Yeah, I get you on that. So Nico would like to know what your goals are for paranormal discovery.
I mean, ultimately to prove ghosts are real. Yeah, I mean, it's mainly just a question or just to get knowledge, just to yeah learn things. I'm big into science, quantum mechanics, like physics and stuff like that. So I'd love to prove it one day or explain things. But I mean, that's a lofty goal. But yeah, I mean, basically just for knowledge and to learn things. Yeah.
Right. And I hear you on that. I mean, it's such a wide range of like if you look at colors and how of a wide range of gamut that is,
Oh yeah,
the paranormal I think exceeds that by tenfold because with just so many possibilities of where to go with it, you know.
yeah. Well, and it's like if you look into like string theory and all that, that stuff will just melt your brain. And you, yeah,
Oh, now we're getting a string theory. Oh boy, now we're getting
yeah,
into Big Bang Theory, and
yeah,
I
yeah.
should get young Sheldon on here.
Oh, geez.
Dimensional Encounters Paranormal, welcome.
Hey.
I believe is that Robbie 3.
Yep, I was just talking about you, Rob. Yeah.
And there's Ann Wilkie talking about our cigarette
Hello.
pod.
Oh, it went off at the jail. Awesome. That's
Very
really
good.
awesome.
Yeah, they had one hell of an investigation. I'm going to have
That's
to get
cool.
Ann on here one of these days to talk about it.
Oh, thank you, Denise. Yeah. I've
I
got more
still got to
coming.
get one yet.
Yeah. I've got more coming. They're coming soon. Yeah.
I kind of got a bigger toy on coming in. If spirit is energy, can they walk through walls? Partially joking, but what can they do?
I mean, yeah. It's just like I mean, like gamma rays can go through walls, so and that's energy. Yeah.
True,
Yeah.
true. So Rob F. I don't know if I ever had Rob F on here before, but thank you for joining us. Um, so let's get into talking about your paranormal gear. Because you're kind of new to doing that with the gear and stuff like that. Um, so what was that like when you were at that huge paranormal event with what were the two again? I forget.
Oh, Austin and KD.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
So what
No,
was that like, and what was the experience like?
it was good. Those guys are really good. Katie especially, he was like extremely, yeah, both of them were awesome dudes. I mean, I figured out how to build the scanning radios, which is kind of hush hush secret a little bit. And I figured most of it out by myself. I had a couple things that I couldn't quite get, and I admitted to that John Huntington helped me out a little bit with that. And so, but I mean, yeah, they were really good guys. They gave me a lot of really great ideas. Rob from Ghost Gear was there too. He's helped me out with like basically coming up with a couple things like what was it, the EMF camera and stuff like that. So yeah, it was really good just to pick their brains and meet up with them. But yeah.
I'd say because I mean you had also got caught on camera caught a shadow person behind you, did you not?
Yep. Yeah, that's the stream. Yeah. I didn't notice it. My wife did, and she pointed it out afterwards. But because at the time, KD had his laser going down the Shadow Man hallway, so he had a fog machine on, and it was earlier before people started going back there, so the fog machine was shut off by then, but it was still a little foggy. And yeah, that same hallway, um, we've actually had two times now we've caught that same figure in that hallway where that nurse's station is. Was it 2 months ago? Zaya, she got a picture of the same exact silhouette shadow in the exact same spot. It's weird. And I think
Wow.
Rob may have seen him too. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a fun stream to watch. I mean, the stuff that they were putting out there, oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. I like that. The Jacob's ladder, that thing was cool as hell.
That was
Yeah.
off the charts. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So, Raindrop wants to know is at what age do you take an interest in paranormal? So he wants to know how
Oh
old were
yeah.
you?
When I was little, I guess. Yeah. I mean, I've always been interested in it. My friends back in high school used to joke they'd got me like a book of conspiracy theories and paranormal things back then. So I mean, it's just been a thing that I mean, I like my favorite show in the early 90 or late 90s, early 2000s was X-Files. So I mean, yeah, I've always
Oh,
been interested in it.
my wife would love that too. She always watched
Oh,
X Files.
yeah, that was like a must watch. And yeah, yeah.
I watched quite a bit. I mean, I watched the show V, of course.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
that I don't know why that drew my attention, but V did. Unsolved mysteries.
Oh, yeah. Watch that a
That
lot.
was
Yeah.
pretty cool to watch.
There was the one I can't remember the name right now. But the guy was a sheriff of like it was like Eureka or something. That show, I think. That yeah.
Okay, yep, I heard about that one. And then you got Stranger Things.
Oh yeah. Love Stranger Things. I mean, I'm a 80s child. I'm 40, so I yeah, I love anything 80s or early 90s. So yeah.
Right, right. So what is your intake on aliens? While we're talking about all that stuff.
I'm still. I mean, I'm on the fence on some things being aliens because I think our government has technology that we don't know or haven't seen that could be construed as aliens. But I do believe I'm more into the ballpark that they're not aliens from outer space that we get right now, but they're more like trans-dimensional beings or from another dimension. I do believe aliens exist though, because I am into the theory that or the idea that we can't be the only ones in the universe. I just don't know or think that they've visited us like from
Hmm.
other planets. So yeah, I'm more into the camp that they're extra or interdimensional. They're from another dimension. Yeah.
Do you think you've ever had an experience that you don't even remember, or
Personally, no. I mean, I've seen lights and stuff in the sky because I've done a lot of camping, but I don't know. Nothing too weird in that front, but
Sorry, that big noise is my cat dropping stuff upstairs.
oh, no, it's okay.
He's a destroyer, that's for sure.
That's mine too. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, aliens are interesting. Personally, I mean, I like listening to the stories that people talk about their alien encounters and all that stuff, but that's something I don't get too much hung up into because I think I feel that the paranormal field is more interesting, so to speak, versus the alien part of it.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
do you know like the new Kirks, like the Hellier show that they put out and stuff?
I've heard of the Newkirks, yes, but I haven't heard of the
Yeah.
show though.
Okay. Yeah. Check out Haley or Hellier because they kind of go into that too with like the whole what's his name the Mothman stuff, but all that and it's watching that. I mean that I kind of lean more towards it being or interdimensional beings than actual aliens, but yeah, that stuff's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I mean the cryptids and all that stuff. Yeah, I mean that stuff I find fascinating because Mothman, like I said, it started at Point Pleasant and now it's like moved, like so to speak, the last couple of years in the Chicago area was what I heard.
Yeah. Oh, it's just like the Van Meter monster
Mm-hmm.
down in Van Meter, Iowa. That their event was actually last weekend. So yeah,
I
they had the
missed it because
big
I wanted to see it.
yeah, I did too. But yeah, I was watching Malvern, but yeah, it's all good.
Oh yeah, Cat, you're not upstairs. Where are you, Cat? Are you stuck in a portal?
Oh
I
geez.
just had to say it. Or is Cat still trying to figure out her Samsung? I'm gonna get hell for that one now. She and I, it's just a running joke between she and I. Um, so now with Bigfoot, like Raindrop is talking about here, uh, Bigfoot again. That's something I don't know if I can really believe in Bigfoot if I uh unless I actually personally see it. But and again with the alien stuff, I believe that Bigfoot is another form of an alien because, so to speak, it's so fast, to
Yeah,
catch up to them and stuff.
yeah. And that yeah,
So
that's kind of where I lean into it. I think Bigfoot is also an interdimensional being. Like he's just popping in and out. I mean, yeah,
yeah, I mean, I've seen some videos where like someone caught like a big square kind of weird thing in the sky. Like it was like all moved over. Like, is that where he goes up to and moves
yeah.
around? But
Yeah, I mean, there's the theory he lives in what is it, the big mountain in Washington, or yeah,
yeah,
but yeah,
so I don't know. It's just one of those things that I just have a hard time with. So
yeah.
um
I mean, I could see it maybe because I've spent a lot of time up in like Wyoming and Colorado, so like out in those areas that are just nothing, no people, so I could kind of see it, but then at the same time, I mean, there's enough people looking for him if he was actually not, like here, it would, yeah, yeah. I don't know.
I mean, I always kind of wondered, like, okay, so we got Bigfoot and we got Mothman. What happens if they both see each other?
That'd be an epic fight. Yeah.
I mean, serious, that'd be kind of funny because one can fly, and fast as speed as light, basically. And then you
Yeah.
got Bigfoot, which is tall as is what 8 foot, I believe they go, or
I,
something like that.
oh yeah. It'd be yeah. It'd be like a Kong or a King Kong movie.
Yeah,
King
that'd be,
Kong
that'd
versus
be interesting. I could see a movie in that. I could see a movie in
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Um, so let's get back to your paranormal gear here. Um, so you've done a lot. You have recently, like I said, made cigarette packets for your gear. You have made a cigar box REM pod for me, which is in the back. If people didn't see it in the back, I'll let you try and focus on it, but it's red. And then your latest one that you're working on with me is the uh, home beater to people. Hey, I shaved mine off. I'm sorry. Um, but Godzilla versus.
Jeez.
Yeah, that is a movie though. Yeah, right, right. Um, and you currently right now working on a Bible REM pod for me that hopefully by next end of next weekend I'll have to use. And so, what's been like the hardest piece of paranormal gear that really has given you like fits? Like, yes, it works, but no, it doesn't. And how can I make it better? Type of deal.
Well, right now it's the scanning radios, the ghost boxes. I mean, I love Frank Sumpton or his boxes and everything. I didn't ever get the honor of meeting him, but I kind of like to call him an old ham radio guy. I grew up in the ham radio world. I don't personally have my license, but like all of my family does. So I
Mm-hmm.
was used to going to guys' hack shacks or garages, and they're all kind of the same, where they'll disguise it as I want you to learn how to build something, but in a kind of a way they want to just protect their secret because they know something you don't know, kind of deal. But um, and just that whole world right now, like there, it's very secretive on how the radios work. So that's been the hardest thing to figure out, which I mean, I like the challenge, but it can sometimes I'm pulling my hair out and getting frustrated. But yeah.
No, I totally get that. I mean, it's amazing to watch you and Austin and KD and what they all make. It's just it's blowing how all that stuff works.
it,
Um,
It'll melt your brain once, yeah. Just trying to get it to work. I mean, I've destroyed countless radios just trying to get it to work, and finally I got it kind of how it works, and I'm, yeah, slowly getting more and more, but yeah.
yeah, I just and the thing is we're all out there trying to find what would really define the paranormal field to a T that would just knock everybody's socks off. Like it's just bam, 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 bam. You
Yeah.
know, I mean but once you reach that goal, I mean, how do you change the goal? Like, how do you up something
uh,
like that if everything just starts going clicking really good?
yeah. I mean, I guess it'd come to the point where if we were ever to prove it, like definitively prove it, it would have to be repeatable. So, I mean, like to make the scientists and the skeptics happy, it'd have to be repeatable. So we just kind of refine that, I guess, and then um, just keep going, try and get more paranormal stuff or figure out different things.
Yeah, I mean, you're right on that, Nico. I mean, you get that, and Nico's got a lot of cool stuff too that
Oh, yeah.
he designs.
I've seen his the box that he does with the environmental stuff. That's really cool. I want to yeah, want to do something like that. Just put them all over the place in like Malvern, but yeah.
So Denise has got a question for you. It's like, how would you like to expand your drone business to, and can you incorporate it with the paranormal?
Oh, yeah, I guess I could. I mean, I do I've been into the drone world for 10 years, so I'm pretty familiar with it. I'm a licensed 107 pilot, so I can actually do stuff for money legally. A lot of people don't realize you have to have a license to do that, but and I work with production companies, like two local production companies, to film fun stuff like motorcycles jumping through fire and stuff. But like I said, I posted a video where I'm gonna try and do more edited content and less live stream. Well, or less gaming live streams. So I'm hoping to do more stuff with that. Like I can do drone shots of different locations, and I mean, I'm not the type of pilot that just flies a Mavic like slowly. I actually like dip and dive through the buildings and fun stuff like that. So I think I can bring a different perspective to that. I get yeah.
Oh no, I find that stuff fascinating because it's like it's another way of filming, like how they do the stuff with the buildings and
Yeah.
and the shows that you see them how they do all that, fade away and all that stuff, zoom out.
Yeah, actually
Uh,
I have this drone right here that I've actually It's made for flying indoors. I actually did a big Airbnb job about 2 weeks ago. But yeah, I'd love to fly that one around Malvern. It'd be kind of cool. I
I've been looking at this one. It's the Hula Air X1. I don't know if you've seen it. I might have sent you a link to one.
think so. Yeah.
It's basically you it's quiet. Well, it's loud, but the blades are internal, like they can't break off because they're in a cage. It's
Yeah.
foldable. But it's got like 7 functions on there where you just set the function, press a button, and let it go. It'll fly by itself and it'll follow you around, like give you like really good B-roll shots
Oh
without
yeah.
commanding it with your phone. You still can move it around with your phone, like what we talked about the zoom away with the shots in the buildings, but it's more like if you don't have anybody filming for you, it'll
Yeah.
help you with the filming stuff.
Oh yeah. Some of that stuff's crazy. Like the DJI stuff. I mean, it's kind of crazy what that stuff can do. So yeah.
All right, absolutely.
Yeah.
Before we get to Mahmoud's question here, um, so what do you feel is like the least? I should say not least. What is like the easiest piece of gear to make? And is it something like, oh, okay, well, I can mass produce this, but let's find something else that can make it more easier to do?
Yeah. I mean, right now the REM pods, the cigarette REM pods, just because they're simple. I've made REM pods like your cigar box REM pods and stuff that I have to wire and figure out how to hide things or put things where they won't break. But the cigarette REM pods are relatively simple and easy to make. That's why they're my cheapest item too. But yeah,
Okay. And I suppose we'll stick on topic. What most unique out of the box that you have um done
hmm.
besides the Bible? Because I've talked about the Bible. We could talk about other things.
Actually, I think it's right here. If I can get it out without knocking down my haunted doll. um, so this radio here, this is what year was it? I forget what year it is. Early 1900s. So this is one of the original speakers that were ever produced by Peerless. And I've taken the internals out of it right now. But this is a portal that I've built. I need to finish up a few things and it'll be for sale on my Etsy. But this is extremely unique just because it has like a coffin plaque and it's one of the original radios or speakers ever made. But I'm going to take the internals of this eventually and turn them into a ghost box. I think that's one of the most unique things I've made recently. But yeah,
Yeah, that's just cool. I just try to wrap my mind around all the stuff you make. It's awesome.
yeah. I've got
Um,
I've gone to a couple oddities auctions lately. I've got some weird things to add to different equipment too, which will be cool. Yeah.
right. So Mama wants to know, where do you see yourself in the paranormal field in 5 years?
Geez, in 5 years. Honestly, I just want to get to more places. I want to build up build it up to the point where I can go and investigate more not so much bigger places, but more places. Like I said earlier, I like the really big places, but I also like the little places that nobody thinks about. So I want to just go and explore, really. Yeah. So
Thank you, Mama. I greatly appreciate that.
yeah, thank you, Mama. That's my beautiful wife. She yeah.
Oh yeah, she has a gaming channel too as well on YouTube.
Oh, the one I made for Josh. Yeah, that's actually was my personal one, and then yeah, Josh talked to me into selling it.
Oh
But yeah.
really?
Yeah, I mean that I originally started this just to make my own equipment because I make stuff, and then yeah, Josh saw my radio the first night I went and did my own investigation there, and then I mean it wasn't or kind of him was what talked me into building more and more equipment, and yeah, so Josh is partly to blame for this.
Well, I mean, like I said, when you got him as a mentor and seeing them every weekend, it rubs off,
Oh yeah.
uh, and that's a cool thing. Like, I'm gonna say it. I'm jealous. I wish I could be in your shoes.
Yeah.
Because everybody knows I love Melbourne, but I also love the museum that I work for, and
Yeah. Well, and Josh and his family are really good people too. So I mean, they're yeah, yeah, they're some of the best people I've met. Not even in this field, but just in general. So yeah,
right, right. I mean, he's done a lot for the community. So,
yeah.
um, so Ann Wilkie wants to know what is on your bucket list.
Ooh, my bucket list. My
Should we
number
trim it down to
one.
5?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Well, I can tell you my number one is the Winchester Mansion. I want to get in the Winchester Mansion one day. I don't know. And then like, yeah, just a lot of the big spots. I want to do Alcatraz also. That would be kind of cool.
Oh, I loved it. I even told, I think, somebody, I was like, I'd spend like a month out there if
Oh
I
yeah.
could.
My uncle, he's passed away now, but he used to live in San Francisco, and that was one of his favorite places was Alcatraz.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so much stuff out there. I mean, I don't think you could cover it in a week.
Oh no, yeah. I mean, and there's just places everywhere. It's yeah.
Oh, so here's an interesting one. I like your train of thought, Anne. Have you ever made a beer can REM pod?
I have not yet, but we have actually talked about it, and it probably will happen because yeah, I've been looking in. I also want to make like like a whiskey bottle or something into a REM pod. I think that'd be kind of cool. But yeah, we have talked about it. A lot of that's from the attic in Malvern. I mean, it's if you've been there, you know it's full of beer cans and yeah.
Right? I mean, I think at one point I brought up one where, again, we're going with like the church theme here, like a nun's hat to be turned into a REM pod.
Yeah, there's a lot of yeah. Just got a what is it? An incense or a scent? My wife knows the name. The thing that the Catholic priest uses to make the incense go. I just got one of those. I think that might be kind of cool too to turn into a REM pod. But yeah,
There you go. I'll donate to the rum bottle.
heck yeah.
That's funny.
I'm more of a whiskey guy myself, but yeah,
But it can't be drunk investigating though, right?
yeah. Oh, you can't after.
True, true. Let's see here. I go to my questions here because a lot of these guys have taken all my questions in it.
Yeah.
But it's good. I like that though.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where am I here? My questions. Pardon me for a minute.
Oh no worries. I just saw my wife. The sensor. That's the name of it.
Right. Um. Okay. So here's one for you. Where do you see paranormal investigations going in the near future?
um, hopefully to more legit investigations. Personally, I follow a lot of the debunkers like Beardo and the Shape and all that on YouTube. And I think it's actually a good thing for the community because they're calling out the fakers, and we kind of need to get rid of the fakers because they just give everybody a bad name. And so hopefully, and I kind of see this movement with them getting more popular that people are less with the Zach Baggins like Scream Fest and more for watching the actual investigating stuff. I mean, yeah, it comes from too like the urban exploring. I mean, there's a lot of urban exploring channels that are doing relatively successful, and they don't have crazy stuff. They just walk around in abandoned buildings. So, I mean, I kind of want to make that too, just legit paranormal investigating. I mean, it might not be crazy and things flying off the wall all the time, but it'll be it's a thing to try and make them interesting. But yeah. So
No,
hopefully that's where I see it going. Yeah.
yeah, and do you see like the same like kind of gear that we're using in the next
Uh,
future? Or do you think that's going to really expand to something like so far fetched that it's going to be impossible to keep up with.
I think my cat just knocked something over. um, I don't know. I think so. I think maybe yes and no. I mean, that's a thing I've seen too lately with more builders coming out. We're getting more stuff that's more reasonably priced. So then things are getting uh, cheaper in a sense. But then there's also new things coming out. Like I know Austin is trying to make the innovation move to more and more things, but like I work with dimension devices with Barry with the chatter guys. So we're trying to make new things, but not crazy to the point where nobody can afford it. But then also, yeah, and just new ideas. So that's yeah, I see it going kind of in that direction. And like I said, hopefully getting rid of the fakers. So getting rid of the phone apps that are just bullshit and having more legitimate stuff that yeah actually works or does something.
Hey, now I use the phone apps.
Well, I actually do too. Like the Ghost Tube app, I actually yeah.
No, I get you. I get you because I had that same question asked me on Saturday night about phone apps um and there's just only a couple that I use that I find that work
Yeah.
to our advantage.
Yeah.
But it's different for each location you go to, different outcomes, different words that come through because we all know they have a word bank. Until they
Yeah.
could come out with one that doesn't have a word bank, then that's something to fly on.
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna say we have or have not, but I think someone I know has decompiled some of the phone apps, and there's a big majority of them that don't actually do what they say they do. So yeah,
Mhm.
it's kind of it's yeah. I mean, there's people out to make a buck though.
And that's true. I mean, that's their job, and they all got to
Yeah.
have some kind of business. But in the same instance, too, don't insult our intelligence.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. And I think that's like with the debunkers and all that. I think it's a good thing because people are realizing that they're getting more intelligent to the way things work or how something works a certain way, and yeah, I think that's a good thing.
Right? I hear you. Hey, Carmen, thanks for coming in. Never too late to come into these shows. Never know what you end up walking into.
It is the cats or the
It
dolls.
is the cats. Uh, let's see. People are realizing.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I do trust the phone apps. See, Carmen says I do trust the phone apps, mainly good tape recorders. I see tape recorders are my favorite. I like tape recorders. Not
Yeah,
gonna lie.
like I actually get that a lot sometimes. People asking what do they need to investigate, and honestly, you just need a flashlight, maybe a tape recorder, and just go experience.
Don't forget
See
your
what
cat
happens.
balls.
Yeah, and cat balls. Yeah, those.
I mean, our cats don't respond to the cat balls, so the spirits might as well do it.
Oh, I half of mine are gone because my daughter is obsessed with them. So if I take a cat ball out, she's like mine, and then runs off, and it's never to be seen again. But yeah,
That's funny. If I don't, okay,
yeah.
yeah, and that's true.
On a lot of
That's it.
things, people don't know the newer phones. They have the sensor on them can actually pick up infrared and UV a little bit. So yeah, you can actually just use the camera. I've actually had a lot of weird things at Malvern on the live stream just on my phone. So
Yeah, that's. I don't know. A lot of times I try to stay away from my phone, but it's I use it for filming, and that's just
yeah,
it.
yeah.
You know. Let's see here. Trying to go through my questions again. Okay, so here's one for you. What do you think the paranormal field benefits more? The locations or the investigators?
Hmm. I think it depends on the location, but for the most part, majority of places that are actually staying in business, I think Both, because we get it to have a fun experience. We get a place to investigate. I know some of them are a little expensive, but they have to pay the bills. They have to, they're giving us a place to do it. Yeah, I think it's a little bit of both, honestly.
No, that's a great answer because sometimes you just don't know. Some places are just they could be fake activity going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we
Oh yeah.
gotta call them out as to, okay, this is actually what's going on, and you think that this is going on in this building, but we don't find nothing going on, and it'd be
Yeah.
several teams that come up with that same answer. So from there, it could be just a money heist to take people's money for a false haunting.
Yeah. And I think that's like I was saying with the debunkers and stuff. We need more of that just to get rid of the people that are faking things
Hmm.
because yeah, then that kind of solves itself because people realize yeah that place is taking my money and yeah, faking everything. Yeah.
Right. So Denise wants to know: have you investigated your hearse yet?
I haven't yet. I haven't like officially investigated it. I have some issues building REM pods in there sometimes because they just go crazy sometimes in there and then I'll pull them out and they'll be fine. But I haven't investigated it yet. But I need to.
Hmm. Yeah, I know we talked about that. I think last week we were bringing it up during one of your live gaming streaming games.
Yeah. I'll do it eventually. It'll be fun. Yeah.
And Jing is replying back to Carmen there. I think that uh, sorry, stupid thinking phone. The isn't it iNations?
Oh, locations, yeah.
Oh, he's got the 9 locations. Yeah, also plays a part. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll just read what I saw. I know fat fingers suck when I'm trying to type too, so I hate that.
Yeah. I have fat thumbs, so my texting is kind of
Okay, so Denise, she leaves a recorder running overnight, so that makes sense
Yeah,
if it doesn't die.
I've got this new haunted doll that I think is moving, but I can't tell if
Hunt,
it's my cat. And yeah, I've got a trail cam that I've been leaving up just to see if it does anything.
right? Yeah, I hear you. I hear you, Rob. Um, yeah. See, when it comes to dolls, cat can associate with this one. When I say it, I say punt to all of it.
Yeah. Well, this one's interesting because this one's actually from the early 1800s. You can see it has hay for a face. It used to have an apple. Like the lady carved an apple to make a face and then like dried it up. But yeah, this came out of an older lady's trunk that she told nobody to open. They opened it, found that, and here it is now.
Wow. I mean, have you got anything off of your everyone needs more dolls. Have you has anything happened with all your haunted objects that you have in your house?
Yeah, a lot of weird things. This doll that I just showed, actually, the night I got her, my daughter said there was a lady hanging upside down on the ceiling. She was like, "Oh, look, there's a silly lady." Fortunately, she wasn't scared of her, but yeah, so we've been having weird things like that happen. Something in here is there's something that runs down my hallway and will make banging noises. My theory is it's the corpse tags from the Harlem Valley insane asylum I
Oh,
have because they every time I grab those, I get really weird stuff over the radio that kind of fits with that place, and yeah. But I have a lot of weird oddities and different things, so it could be any number of them.
wow. No animals like in jars or anything like that, deformed
Oh,
animals.
I have a baby hedgehog right now. That's about it. I have a human big toe. It's my spare toe, but other than that, yeah, I do more of the funerary and weird oddities, not so much the wet specimens. But yeah,
That's funny. From the South, there's a story like my big toe that my father-in-law would say to my kids.
Oh, jeez.
It's funny. Um, I'm with Josh with dolls. Hell no, yeah. I say punt the shit.
Well, I always laugh because my grandmother was Polish and Scottish, and she collected clown dolls. So she had a room just full of clown dolls, and it was the most terrifying thing on the planet. But yeah.
You better talk to your wife here because she goes, I'm always talking to her.
Oh, who? Oh, the doll. Oh, yeah. She comes in and yeah, tries to cheer up the haunted doll, but yeah.
Cheer it up. Is it having a bad day or something?
Well, she said because if you look at her, she's kind of like her head's down and she kind of looks mopey. But yeah, I think that's just because her head disappeared.
Oh, that's funny. That is funny. No thanks. I'm good with dolls. Yeah. I mean, grab them. Oh,
Oh.
yeah. Right.
Well, I only have two right now. The other one is from a lady that collects funerary and is a taxidermist, and it scared her. I don't know why, but so I was like, well, I've got to have it then, because she doesn't actually look that creepy. But yeah, this one.
And we have Tara here in live. Welcome to the show.
Hello, Tara.
So is there like a team or a person that you have not investigated yet with that you would like to?
Hmm. Um, I don't know. I'd love to like investigate with the Newkirks. I like the stuff they're doing. I don't know. That's a good one. I haven't even thought about that really. Yeah.
Stump to number one. It's not
I
too
mean,
often I get to stump people anymore.
I thinking about it too. I wanted my buddy John Huntington. I'd love to go investigate with him. He's another radio builder that lives up in Maine. He lived in the Conjuring house for a year or so. So yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
Uh,
Yeah, now there's a realtor that owns it.
Yeah.
How fitting is that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't last too long there, the newer people that were in there. I think it was like 2 or
Oh.
3 years and that was it.
Yeah, Tara, yeah, I was actually meaning to get back to you. Yeah, I'll get back to you soon and let you know.
Let's see. All right. So we're kind of getting close to the end of the program here, and we're just a little touch over an hour, but it's been an awesome show
Oh, yeah.
tonight.
This has been fun. Yeah.
Absolutely. Trying to think. If anybody's got any more questions, please put them down in the comments, so we get them all out here. And let's see here. Anyhow, like I said, just going through questions and all that stuff. So what kind of message would you like to leave with the folks today in tonight's chat and tonight's podcast? Hey, Matt.
I mean, I'm an equipment builder, so of course I want you to buy my equipment, but you don't need it. So like, I know I see a lot of people in the forums lately that are like asking, what do I need to go ghost hunting, or how do I get into it? And honestly, go to places, go explore. You don't have to pay for the big places, just go explore. I mean, every town has that weird place that you can just visit, a lot of them for free. So yeah, just get out there and see what you find.
Good smitten.
Yeah. Well, just meet me outside later.
Well, you might have to fight for him because I think we're all smitten with him.
It's the beard. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I had to go there.
Oh no, it's a good.
So where can people find you? And where can they buy your gear?
You can find like my videos, my live streams, all that stuff. I have it's called NetEcho. That's kind of my gaming tag, and it's kind of what I've used. Otherwise, look up Wisotzkey or Travis Wisotzkey. I'm kind of transitioning to actual like equipment company called Wisotzkey Paranormal. So if you look that up on Etsy and Facebook, you'll find me. And yeah, you can buy my stuff there. But I have links all over the place. It seems like, and I'm trying to consolidate them a little bit.
Well, you got a good thing going, and you got all of us to back you up and help you get all your stuff out there, and we greatly appreciate you making all this gear and think of new innovations and taking our ideas and bringing them to life, and that's what we're looking for as a paranormal investigator that are finding people out there that are willing to do that for us because there's not many
Oh,
out there that would.
I love doing it. Like I told you earlier today, if I wasn't doing it, I'd be doing it by myself here just as a hobby anyway. And yeah, the support I've gotten in the last 2 months or 2 years really has just been incredible. So yeah, I'll keep doing it because I
And
love doing it. But yeah,
we'll keep promoting you. That's for damn sure.
thank you. Yeah.
Especially for the future to come. I mean, like I said, your future is bright, and you're just only begun. So
Oh,
it's gonna get wild.
oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm here
So
for it. I'm ready. Let's go.
absolutely, absolutely. And Raindrop, you did behave tonight.
Oh yes, no worries, Raindrop.
Uh, yeah, absolutely,
Oh, yeah, it was
absolutely.
great to meet you too, Kat. Yeah, it's great to meet a lot of people, everybody really. It's yeah, that's one reason I like going to Malvern too, because I get to meet a lot of people, and yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, he does, and absolutely, he does take command of his work and just puts his love into his job. So you're one of the people that don't just spit it out and say, okay, well, here's that stuff, and if it doesn't work, well, that's too bad. No, you put your stamp on the stuff, and you know,
Yeah. Oh yeah, I
and
take pride in everything I build. Yeah, like
right,
most of it, I say, yeah, it's a lifetime. If I'm here, I'll fix it for you or make it make it work.
absolutely.
Oh, definitely, Rob. I'm down.
There we go. And these podcasts are a very good way to make connections, just like what Rob was putting down here in the chat. Um, just for those that don't know, yes, meet up with Travis, get to know him, know his equipment and all that stuff. You will not be disappointed at all.
Thank you.
So, um, but yeah, we've reached top over the top of the hour, I should say, because this was a fantastic interview, and definitely going to have a part two at some point when more things build for you, and we can pick up that up or more things are going on.
That sounds good.
Because I
Hopefully, I'll
always
have.
like to. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, hopefully, I'll have the cool stuff I've got in my mind built. So yeah, I can show that off. Yeah,
Absolutely. I mean, I like to do that with guests is bring them on, 6 months down the road, see where they're at and see how their journey is going because it's just as important to know where everybody is going and what they're doing and how people can keep up with you. So,
I appreciate it. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
Empire Dimensions and Encounters. Yep,
Okay.
absolutely. He's pretty cool. So check out Robbie3. Check out Matt Waddell on Twitch. And check out Kat Armstrong, Nico from Paranormal Exposures, along with Denise Flood. Um, and Denise, can you say your paranormal team again? I get that misconstrued once in a while. Um, she's part of a team as well. Just give her a few minutes here to post her team name. Unless it has changed.
Yeah.
I know it was part of a one that there's a guy that does not like cows. Like he's afraid of cows.
Yeah.
So, um, but other than that, yeah. Here we go.
I,
Oh, okay. Your parents. Okay, your paranormal exposures too now. Okay, all right. I did not know that you're official with them now, so that's cool. Big family there at Paranormal Exposures. Awesome people. Will
Yeah.
Armstrong, Cat and Will be on towards the end of the month, so
Yeah,
stay tuned to that.
they're awesome, all of them. Yeah.
Yeah, and when I have Cat and Will on, it'll be a special time. It'll be at 7 o'clock instead of 8 o'clock, just because of Will has to go to work. So she's ours. uh, Moo Moo Crew. Yeah, there you go. I knew there's something there, part of that. Our newest. Yep, that's cool.
So that one, cows are utterly evil.
Yes. And if you're in Wisconsin, we do tip cows. No, I'm just kidding. That's right. Sorry, Ann. I did forget about Ann and their paranormal group, Phantasm Paranormal. Sorry about that. They were just with us on Saturday at the Westchester County Historical Museum. Fantastic group as well. So that's another group to get to know is Phantasm Paranormal. Thank you for reminding me of that, Ann. Sometimes I lose my head in here, and I'm not sure, Melissa, if you're part of a group or not either. There's Karen. How are you doing? Moo Moo Cow, or the Moo Crew, yeah.
Oh.
Oh boy, raindrop.
Yep.
There you go. Shadow Asylum. Yeah, so see, there we go. This is what I like to see. Everybody give your paranormal group out there. I mean, that's what the community is all about. Getting people out there, getting names out there. That's what I like to see because I believe Karen is her sister. That's right. And yeah, I just like promoting teams, and that's just the way I like to run things. There's
Yeah.
a lot of big names out there, and they get all the exposures, but there's the thing is, I like to bring people on that haven't gotten noticed and should get noticed because they do a lot of great things in the paranormal field, and that's just the way how I feel about things. So
I say it's the tide rises all boats. So yeah, I like to lift everybody up with me. So yeah, I totally get that.
get that ghost in Tennessee. That's the one, Karen. Thank you very much. So with that, I thank you very much for all joining us tonight on this awesome start of season 4 of the Paranormal Question of the Day. We'll be back Friday night with REP Paranormal and Friends. Yeah, if you're not listening, you should get down here and listen to all this podcast. It's great. I love doing it. I love exposing people and showing them a good time and letting everybody get to know one another.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it was awesome.
Absolutely. And you have been watching the Paranormal Brew and BB3 TV networks and Facebook, and on YouTube, it's MGS Paranormal. Tune in there, and soon to be sharing some of these podcasts on Get Haunted Network page as well. So if it's over there, you can watch it on there as well. So there you go. Middle school.
Yep,
That's interesting.
Actually going to go talk to her class about equipment. So yeah, yeah.
That'll be a fun class.
Yeah,
you got the right person to do that.
Yeah.
Better take notes, kids.
Yeah. You're all technical. No, I'm just kidding.
He will pick your brain apart. Other than that, he's Travis. And I'm Darren. And thank you all for joining us tonight. And I'll see you Friday, 8 o'clock on the same great channel with the same great podcast. See you soon, everybody. Good night, all.